Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal Live. And by the video title, you know what this video is about. Can the Steelers win the AFC North? I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter of people talking about the Steelers won't win a game. They would go 7-10. They're gonna lose all the games in the AFC North, get swept, be 0-6 in the North. I'm like, what? I guess some of those people probably started watching football during the playoffs and they think the Bengals is the Bengals was a good team. They was a good team last year. They still was 10-7 though. And I'm making something. The only something was like a team that was like 13 wins in or something like that. It was 10-7 still. So it still wasn't like that above us because we was 9-7-1. We just one game behind them like that. So people made it seem like the landscape is like a little different, like it's like a far fetched or something like that. I believe our team is actually better this year than it was last year. Some people may differ. They think that the last year team was better. I think this year team defense is better because Minkah Fitzpatrick is back, of course. And then we have TJ Watt. Those guys locked in for the next 5 years. And then we have Cam Hayward. We drafted DeMar Leal, who we're gonna Neal. I said his name wrong. DeMar Leal, and we also got Levi Wallace. Killer Witherspoon was there. Hopefully, keep playing the way he played at the end of last season. And then we got the middle linebacker that we needed, Miles Jack. Miles Jack there too. That's a big piece that we got in the offseason in the free agency. That was a big pickup right there. That's something that we really needed. But I think our defense got better than what it was last year, and I believe our offense. The offense is kind of, I think it could be slightly better because of maybe younger pieces, and more explosive guys and stuff, and maybe a different style of quarterback play. But I don't know if it's like a dramatic change in offense. Like it's like this, like the offense is way better than what it was. But nah, the offense is better, but I think slightly better than what it was last year. But I think we're a better team though, and I have our projection being between 10 to 12 wins. Really, I have as 11-6. That's how I had it predicted. And I will go through the games, probably another video, all the games I think we're gonna win and lose. But I have our team going 11-6, and maybe 12 wins too. But we can, it's like it's winnable. It's like 12-5 is doable, I think, for us. And we could actually go on and win the AFC North. Like last year, we lost to the Bengals twice. We got swept by them. We swept the Ravens and we swept the Browns. We actually beat the Ravens 4 years straight. I said 4 years straight, 4 games straight. So we beat them twice last year, and the year before that we beat them twice too. But Lamar Jackson didn't play that one game. That's like that COVID game we played like on Wednesday. It was like a weird game we played Wednesday or something like that. Tuesday, Wednesday. It was like some weird game they had. We played and beat them that game. It was a weird looking game because we played terrible too that game, and then they came back a little bit, and then we finished it off. But on the Bengals one, it was just bad. Like the first one, we lost to Brandon Allen. It was basically the team just like looked terrible. So we went out there and we was just playing bad. Big Ben threw the check down to Juju, a medicine ball basically. He got boomed. The ball flew up and he fumbled. And he had Chase Claypool wide open on the crosser route. He would have cribbed that to the house. And then we had opportunity at the end. We had the ball to Chase Claypool finally. And the whole game we was not throwing him the ball. He was in the game. He was on the sideline and stuff. Talking about some Ricky Wall or something like that. Like forget all that. Just put him out there and play. And then he had a big play on the screen. He called, I think he took like for 45 or 55 yards. And then we scored a touchdown finally, but it wasn't enough. We was losing to Brandon Allen. Yes, Brandon Allen. Brandon Allen. That's all I got to say about that. And then the other two games, one game, Claypool dropped the touchdown, but the ball could have been a little better placed. But if it comes to both of your hands, if the ball is in both of your hands, you gotta bring it down. And then James Pierre got torched by Jamar Chase. I don't know what type of defense they was doing. Like, why would you man up? James Pierre is good in man-to-man in short yardage situation, but when you have him manned up against an outside receiver like that, with that type of speed, it's not going to work because our receivers, our cornerbacks are not really like that. But what Killer Witherspoon is, but we didn't use him that time. He can man up and match people like step for step here and there and like stay with them. But James Pierre and the Cam Suttons, they're not really man-to-man type of guys like that, especially in those situations where they got to be on the island. And it didn't work out. James Pierre got torched, and they scored a touchdown at the half, and they scored another one. And it was just bad. And then the second one, we just got jacked up. We got jacked up bad. Big Ben through the picks and stuff like that. And then, yeah, it was just terrible. But hopefully this year we get some revenge, some vengeance back on the Cincinnati Bengals. But I believe our team can probably go 11-6 or 12-5, and that can win this division. This division right here is scrappy. You're never going to see nobody too often. It might happen every once in a while. I remember the Steelers did it a couple years ago when we went 13-3, and I remember the Ravens did it. I think they had 14 wins in 1 year, 13, 14 wins. I think you ain't gonna see it too often. Most of the wins gonna be probably around like from 10 to 12. It's gonna be like those type of like scrappy games because some team gonna take some teams gonna take some, and they all gonna be like battling it. But the Browns, on the other hand, I don't feel like the Browns will make the playoffs this year. Deshaun Watson would not be playing probably. I don't think Deshaun Watson is playing because of the stuff he got going on, the civil suits and all that stuff. Deshaun Watson probably won't play this year, and he might not play next year. The Browns kind of jumped the gun a little too early. They probably should have waited a little bit. They paid him $230 million, and it was a fully guaranteed contract too. I think he already signed a contract too, so if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken though, but I don't know how that would, like, I don't know how that work out because they traded away. Well, they didn't trade anybody away. They lost Jarvis Landry, I know, and they lost of course Odell was lost last year. Imagine if they still had Odell if none of this allegation stuff was going on with Deshaun Watson with Odell and Jarvis Landry, and that would have been a nice team right there. But they lost some pieces on offense, and they kind of overpaid Deshaun Watson $230 million. So it kind of reset the QB market a little bit too, because Lamar Jackson looking for a big contract as well, and he probably get paid even more than that because he got an MVP. He has an MVP and All Pro, something that Deshaun Watson do not have. So he probably get paid even more. But I don't think Deshaun Watson playing this year. I think the teams that gonna be in the mix for the AFC North to win the AFC North and be crowned AFC North champions, they're gonna be our Steelers, they're gonna be the Bengals, and it's gonna be the Ravens. I thought those teams gonna battle it out, and all those three teams can make the playoffs too. Now this AFC is a little tough. It's 7 playoff spots now, which it actually helped out a little bit because I don't know if all teams in division can make the playoffs, but you got the Raiders, you got the Chiefs, you got the Chargers and the Broncos. Those teams right there, they all can. I don't know if they all can make the playoffs. I have no idea. And they all split like different wins within like the division and stuff. I had to look that up, but they all can make the playoffs. They all playoffs contending teams. I believe our Steelers are playoffs contending team. The Ravens are. The Bengals are. The Browns, they had Deshaun Watson, yeah, but without Deshaun Watson, I don't know who's going to be quarterback. I guess Jacoby Brissett, because I don't think Baker Mayfield going to play on the staff for the Browns. But then you got, what else teams you have? Oh, the Bills. The Bills is probably Super Bowl favorites. You got the Bills, you got the Patriots, the Dolphins. So there's a lot of teams in the AFC who will have a chance. And the Colts can maybe be up there too, pushing forward a little bit here and there. Titans, they lost some pieces. They lost AJ Brown, it was a big piece. So I don't know, but they can still be fighting the mix. So it's like 10, 11, maybe 12 teams that fighting. There's only 7 spots. So they're gonna be a good year to see what teams are real, and you're gonna push everybody, especially our Steelers. You're gonna push our Steelers to the limits, coaching wise, offensive. We'll see how the players respond on offense, the young players, how they do in those situations, and then defense, see how the defense can hold up and like build that defense we had back in 2019 and 2020 before we start getting injured and collapsing and start playing triple run defense. But I believe the Steelers can win the AFC North. So people who saying that we have no chance, like a 3% chance and stuff, get out of here. The Steelers can definitely win the AFC North. AFC North is always open for anybody to win most of the time. And we will reclaim our throne yet again. But that's all I got for you guys for this video. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on the Arsenal Live. Peace.